Chapter 11 is noise pollution. In this chapter, you will study what are the sources of noise pollution and how do we control and prevent noise pollution. This is a chapter which is covered in almost all science books. So most of the topics will be same. One form of the pollution which is characteristic of industrial society is noise, and noise is the sound which is undesirable to the listener. So any sound which is unwanted is called a noise pollution. The pollution caused by noise is pollution and the level of the noise is very high. So when the noise is high, mostly it is found in the urban areas, in the cities, and there are various reasons. The intensity of sound is measured in the logarithmic unit known as decibel, and the amount of sound which the humans can hear, they are between 20 to 20,000 hertz. It is the unit of sound. So humans can hear sounds up to from 20 to 20,000 hertz. The sound less than 20 hertz cannot be heard, and above 20,000 hertz also cannot be heard. A change from a level of 10 hertz to 20 hertz, it means if the sound is changing from 10 hertz up to 20 hertz, it means 100 times increase in the sound level. So between 10 and 20 there are 10 hertz. So 1 hertz stands for 10, and therefore 10 times increase in the sound level is there. At a level of 80 the sound annoys, but steady exposure to noise at a level frequently exceeded by many vehicles such as jackhammers, jet planes. There are various instruments, or there are various machines which produce noise. This noise can cause permanent loss of hearing. It also causes loss of hearing. There is also an evidence that noise can produce various bad deleterious effect on the human health. So we will discuss about the harmful effects of noise in the later part. What are the sources of noise pollution? Many sources of noise pollution are there. Most of these noise pollution are caused by human effect. A large number of machines which are invented and implanted in industries, they produce large amount of noise. Then automobiles, two-wheeler or four-wheeler, they are also major source of noise pollution. The sound produced by the cars, trucks, tempos and scooters, these are all producing noise. Other vehicles which are normally not the public vehicles, they also produce noise. Unending noise made in the social gatherings, this is another cause of pollution. These are in the elections. So there is an election, there are loudspeakers are played, loud music are played in the late night. Noise is also created by bursting of crackers. These are some of the very common causes of noise pollution. The lowest sound which can be heard by human ear is called the threshold of hearing, and the threshold of hearing is the lowest sound which the humans can actually detect. It has been found that Kolkata, Mumbai and Delhi are the noisiest cities of the world, and the noise is measured by an instrument, sound meter, with which we come to know how much noise is there. The impact of noise pollution. What are the harmful effects of noise pollution? Some of the major effects of noise pollution are that the atmosphere is affected to a large extent. There is disturbance in the atmosphere. The microbes and bacteria and animals who live, they are affected. Problems occur in the communication. In loud noise we cannot communicate with each other. Loud noise affects our health, as sudden and very loud noise damages our eardrums. So we can become deaf also. Noise works towards increasing the tension, and the mental peace is also affected. It causes headache, irritability and impairs our focus on other objects. So we cannot concentrate. Sometimes permanent deafness also can occur. Loud noise may cause more serious problems like ulcers. Ulcer is the infection inside the body. it raises the blood pressure, heart disease, and causes nervousness. So these are the effects of noise which are normally ignored and we don't know about them. Sudden and repeated loud noise causes disturbance to the wild birds and animals. If there is loud noise produced suddenly, then all the birds who are sitting at a place, they are get scared and they fly away. As noise is annoying, if heard continuously for a long time, it can result in bringing alterations in the human behavior and emotions. If person who's continuously getting exposed to noise, his nature changes because he is not able to concentrate, and therefore due to lack of concentration the person may get irritated, which will affect his normal behavior. So noise is caused in social gatherings where loud noise produces pollution. This loud noise affects the environment. There are burning of crackers that also causes pollution. How can we control and prevent noise pollution? Now, since noise pollution does not kill directly, therefore we are not affected. We don't know about it, but it is there and it affects the health. How can we control and prevent noise pollution? Today's life is totally marked by scientific inventions, and due to these inventions, it is very difficult to completely get rid of the sources of noise. So, what can be done to reduce the pollution? Some of the steps which can be taken are: if we modify the source of noise so as to reduce the noise pollution, changing the tire tread designs and the highway surfaces on which the vehicle, if you go to a highway, the vehicles move at a great speed, and this movement of the vehicle at a great speed produces large amount of noise. So this noise can be controlled if we change the design on the tires of the vehicle. So these are called treads. Also, the roads are made in such a way that rubbing of the tire against the road does not cause more pollution. Also, by improving exhaust muffler efficiency and shielding the engine with more absorbent materials. From where the vehicle, inside the vehicle, the smoke comes out, there noise is produced. So that is why in most of the vehicles a silencer is used which reduces the sound. So this can be molded or this can be modified. The condition can be prevented by enclosing noisy machinery and providing effective ear protection. We can protect our ears by covering them. You must have seen that the people who fly the aircraft or fighter jet, they cover their ears to protect them from the noise. The path through which the noise is traveling can be prevented. We can use various shock absorbing materials from where the noise is traveling. So this can be done by planting trees. Mostly on the road, if trees are planted, they also help to reduce the noise. Finally, we can provide various safety measures to the recipient of the noise. These are: the vehicles which produce lot of noise should not be allowed to operate within the cities. Actually, it is a punishable crime, but no one cares about it. Therefore, the thing continues. The sharp and loud horns of the vehicle should not be allowed and they should be checked. Some people modify the horns and they produce special horns which produce noise. Tree and the plant should be planted in large number around the buildings like hospitals. So in educational institutions, these trees help to filter the sound. The sound is reflected by the leaves and it becomes weak. Therefore, the noise pollution is reduced. Proper laws should be made. Now, laws are already made, but the problem is that these laws are not implemented properly. So, laws should be made very tough and implemented also properly. Other common methods are people plugging their ears with cotton. If you are living in an area where there is large amount of noise or sound, then try to cover your ears by putting cotton in your ear so that large sound does not damage your ear. The best method is to avoid going to a noisy area and staying away from the hazards of noise. Now if we stop going to place where there is noise produced and avoid people, then it will be a problem for us. But the only solution of the noise is to control it. We cannot stop the noise. So this was a short chapter, and if you see, fill in the blanks are also not tough. The sound exceeding dash decibels, so sound which is more than 90 decibels leads to permanent loss of hearing. If we hear large sound, noise is measured by the instrument called sound meter. The sound meter is used to measure the amount of sound. Then dash are planted along the sides, so this is the trees are planted along the side of the trees on the road. Then two cities and Delhi are the noisiest cities. So we have read that Mumbai, Kolkata and Delhi are the noisiest cities in the world. Then true and false, the level of noise are very high in the rural areas. This is true. The intensity of sound is measured in a logarithmic unit. Logarithm is a part of maths. This unit is known as decibel. So is it right? Yes, it is right, because decibel is a unit of measuring the intensity of the sound. Only noise produced by bursting of the cracker during Diwali and is harmful. So is it because the noise is produced during Diwali which is harmful? No, the pollution can be caused by the harmful effects will be of the air also, the bursting of the cracker, that also. So there are other reasons. This is not the only reason. The lowest sound which can't be heard by human ear is called threshold of hearing. Is the lowest sound, we read it, the lowest sound which cannot be heard, or that what actually threshold of hearing is the lowest sound which can be heard by humans, not the lowest sound that can't be heard. So this statement is false. And next, if you see, in today's world it is possible to completely get rid of noise. So this is false. We cannot control all the noise and get rid of the problem. It is a difficult situation.